I received a question about Sigung, and I'm gonna answer it to the best of my knowledge on my own, and then maybe one of these days I'm gonna try to get him to answer it himself. Um, I would call him right now, but it's so late. It's like 11:06, and I know he's sleeping. So I'm just gonna answer it myself first, and then hopefully I can get him to answer it himself. So this person's asking Sigung's daily training at FMK. So it says, hi Sifu, your dad is in great shape, and I was wondering what his daily training routine is like. What is his diet like? How does he stay so slim? What advice would your dad give young people about getting older and staying in shape? Alright, so I'm going to answer to the best of my knowledge right now. Alright, so my dad is 64 years old, and he is in great shape. He trains with me consistently 3 times per week. He comes on Friday night, and he trains on Saturday morning and then Sunday morning. And then he also trains on his own outside of that. He bikes to his job every so often, which is 10 miles one way, so 20 miles like round trip. So he bikes sometimes to work. He does swimming a lot. Like he'll go to the gym and swim. He might do that maybe once a week or so. Sometimes he might even swim at the lake. But he does swimming. He does marathon running. So he's completed like around 17 marathons, and he also does triathlons, which is like biking, swimming, and running. And he's done about 9 triathlons, I believe. And he does them every year. So every year he does a triathlon. Every year he does a marathon. On his off days when he's not training with me, sometimes he'll go running, maybe like 10 miles or something like that. And on his off days, he'd also sometimes go to the gym, and then he'll lift weights when he goes to the gym. So it's like that on his off days. When he trains with me, I balance out his training by integrating a lot of the flexibility training and a total body development and fitness. Like we work the entire body every single day. We do the legs, we do the chest, we do the back, we do the arms, we do the abs. We work on cardio, we work a lot on the flexibility, and then we work on the combative technique development, the unarmed combat, and then we also work on the weapons as well. So, I'm also helping him work on the balance and coordination and agility and reaction and all that stuff related to the martial arts. So those are the aspects that I'm helping him with. But the cardio endurance aspect, he's great. He's already got that down, and he does all that on his own. He does the strength training on his own, but I don't think his strength training is nearly as balanced as the things that I have him do when he's with me. He's mainly a biker, swimmer, and runner. That's his main thing before he started to train consistently with me. So he's working out like every single day, pretty much. He might take a day or 2 off and that's it, but he works out like pretty much every single day. His diet, he eats very healthy. He eats like a lot of vegetable soups. He eats rice like every day. He eats, for snacks, he does eat a lot of the Cliff Bars. His favorite is like the peanut butter Cliff Bar. He eats that for snacks. He does snack on chocolates as well. He drinks a lot of carrot juice. He'll make his own carrot juice, through the juice maker sometimes. He drinks a lot of water. And he eats a lot of fruits. He eats bananas and stuff like that. He eats he'll eat home cooked foods a lot. He loves seafood. His favorite is like the lobsters, the crabs, shrimp, scallops. Like he loves seafood. Like he eats that all the time. He doesn't eat like hamburgers and stuff, like hot dogs and hamburgers. He doesn't eat stuff like that. Sometimes, seldomly, he'll drink pop, but not too often. He doesn't drink alcohol at all. doesn't smoke, of course, but eats a lot of home cooked foods as well. You know, a lot of raw foods. You know, making his own soups with potatoes and carrots and tomatoes and things like that. He'll make his own soups. He'll also make oatmeal. He likes to eat oatmeal as well. So he'll make his own oatmeal. He'll put eggs in there as well. Eggs with the oatmeal. And obviously Chinese food. He does like the Chinese food a lot. Things like that. Stir fries. He eats all that too. So he eats like natural foods. Right now he weighs like 127 pounds, and his body fat is around like 6.1% right now. How does he stay so slim? He's just always very active. You know what I'm saying? Like he's always working out. He's eating very healthy, and also I think he has good genetics. You know, good genetics. And then I benefit from that as well because I got his genetics. He has a brother who is he's in really good shape as well. His younger brother is in really good shape, but he has two other brothers they're not obese. They're just really skinny, but they don't really work out much. So they're not as in good shape, but they're slim. You know, so but because they don't work out that much, they're not like in really great shape. But it's mainly him. He's in the best shape, and then his younger brother is in really good shape too. But then his two other brothers, they don't work out, but they're slim. So basically it just shows that, hey, you know, genetics alone is not good enough. You need to put effort to exercise in order to really become fit and healthy. So he has good genetics. He eats very healthy, and he exercises every single day. He does a lot of endurance training. So that's why he stays very slim. Now he says, what advice would your dad give young people about getting older and staying in shape? I think he mentioned it in one of his videos that he was interviewed. Was basically saying, like, you know, he doesn't think about age. He doesn't think that he's old and stuff like that. He just like he doesn't think, you know, because once you start thinking you're old, then you might start acting like you're old, and he doesn't think in that way. You know, he feels that his body is, you know, he feels like good energy, and you know, he doesn't, you know, overly focus on age. You know what I'm saying? Like what most people do. And just eating good, eating well, eating nutritiously, living a simple life. He lives a very simple life. Doesn't care for extravagant things. He enjoys like exercise becomes his way of meditation. That's his like getaway, and that's what he loves to do. And he just lives a very simple life. Eats healthy. Exercise becomes his meditation. And that's all he does, you know. And that's it. You know what I mean? But you know, I'll ask him. You know, I think that these are good questions that he can answer himself. But it's just like, you know, living a life where, you know, you eat healthy, you exercise. He doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't put harmful substances in his body, and he lives a very simple life, and doesn't really, he's not like consumed with greed and chasing after certain things, you know, that most people are like chasing after worldly things. He just lives a very simple life, and I think that's a big part of it. It's just like enjoying the simplicity of life. Like he enjoys running and swimming and biking, and he doesn't need to like go on vacations. He doesn't go on vacations and stuff like that, you know. He just enjoys exercise. Exercise becomes his vacation, you know. So I think that people should learn to enjoy the simple life, eat healthy, and just do healthy things for your body, you know. So that's what my feedback is about Sigung, and he lives a very, he lives it the way, and he doesn't even know about technology. He doesn't know about the internet, doesn't know about Facebook, doesn't know about YouTube. So he's like living the way, but nobody knows about him. So it's good that I could like kind of get people to see a part of his way of living, so that other people could learn. But that's what I mean, it's like there's people out there that are just doing it, and then nobody knows. But I think that, this is an opportunity for people to kind of learn, about this way of living, this simple way of living, that really a lot of people could benefit from. So my dad is doing it. He's not doing this for fame or fortune or anything. He's just doing this because this is his way of life, and that's what it really means to, to follow the way, the way towards like ultimate health and longevity.